All right, now it's time to break down week 2 all the way live from Dallas, Texas with my main man, director of Big 3 Fireball Operations, the one and only Thomas Scott. Thomas, Dallas was lit.
Yes, sir. Starting it off with Killer Threes and Threes Company. Good game, good win for Killer Threes today.
Yeah.
You know, Franklin Sessions, Dante Green, and also Dominique Johnson seems to be their big 3, and they're playing well together.
Yo, and I love that Killer Threes, you know, now they're 1-1. And Thomas, it's important to win games early in the Big 3.
Yeah, man. I mean, we only got 10 weeks. You know, you get to 6 weeks, and some teams, if they're not cutting it, they get cut. So at the end of the day, you got to do your work early in this league.
Yo, TriState versus Power. Let's talk about that because I seen TriState bullying Power all afternoon long, bro.
Yeah, well, Jason Richardson, to me, he might be player of the week. He was incredible tonight. Big highlights, big plays. Power, you know, they came in last week with a good win. They're always well prepared, but they just didn't have enough fire for this one.
Yo, TriState is looking like a dominant force. This time, they could possibly get all the way and win a championship.
Yeah.
I mean, they're looking that strong right now.
I agree.
To me.
I agree. Deshaun Stevens right now is playing incredible with his hustle. He's moving without the ball. Justin Dentman is hitting big shots and making big plays. They got a little continuity right now that looks really good and promising.
Enemies versus ball hawks. Talk about it, Thomas Scott.
Man, I'm not gonna lie, this was the upset of the day. I thought Jordan Crawford held the team together, went to work off the dribble, making incredible plays. And you know, at the end of the day, man, I don't think anybody's seen it. I thought ball hogs was gonna go back to back, but not enough from Leandro, not enough from Jody Meeks, but you know.
And here's the thing, Thomas, they did it without Swaggy P. Does that show enemies? Does that say something about enemies? Like, look, we can win games without Swaggy.
Yeah.
We lose with him. I mean, I'm just keeping it real, Thomas.
Well, you know, Swaggy has always been an off-the-bench type of guy, and I think Gilbert Arenas figured something out. If he goes with Crawford, and if he goes with Elijah Stewart, and also big Isaiah Austin, then they figure it out. And so Nick can come in, make an impact. If he's got something, cool, let him run. If he doesn't, then they go back to their reliable scoring. So I think they figured something out.
All right, man. Shout out to Lisa Leslie and Triplets. They took on Stack 5 and back-to-back 3-time Big 3 champions trilogy. Talk about it, Thomas Scott.
Well, I think that Jeremy Pargo played incredible. I mean, back-to-back 4-pointers, incredible moves off the dribble, hesitation. I love that behind-the-back spin move jumper he put on Flight White. I think Joe Johnson is finally kind of passing the ball and letting the younger guys rock a little bit, and I think that may be a key ingredient for them to have some success down the line.
Yo, and you gotta love too the back-to-back 3-time champions, defending Big 3 champions trilogy, how close they got to coming back.
Yeah.
And that's something that trilogy does every year.
Yeah, I mean, for them, I just felt like the ball didn't drop a little bit for them. Earl Clark took a minute to kind of get going. But at the end of the day, Jeremy Pargo, I was looking forward to that matchup, him and Briscoe. I think Briscoe missed too many shots as well. And Jeremy was on fire. I mean, he was incredible.
All right, man, Bivouac versus Three-Headed Monsters. Bivouac had a huge victory to start off the season last week in Chicago, but in Dallas, things didn't look too good for Bivouac.
Yeah, I think they had some matchup issues. They were getting posted up a lot, and Rashard Lewis made him pay. He kind of showed why he's still a force in this league. And I thought, you know, some of the foul trouble with Bivouac early played a part in it. And, you know, still 1-1 team. They're not out of it, Bivouac.
Right, no, not at all.
Both teams.
You know, I actually had a chance to talk to captain of Bivouac, Gerald Green, backstage. We were having a little food, chopping it up, and he told me, look, Tat, I made a mistake. I'll drop the ball on me. I should never not start. And I think that was also a problem for Bivouac is their captain, Gerald Green, who's the biggest baller on the team, not starting, but he wants to let the other players get a chance.
Yeah, I think,
and you got to respect that as a captain.
I think just John Jordan being back here, he went to Texas A&M, Corpus Christi, and he kind of wanted to give him a chance to show his game. But you know, it's tough to play catch up in this league. We only go in the fifth.
All right, final game of the night. It was incredible out here in Dallas. Shout out to everyone who came out and got their tickets at big3.com/tickets. Dallas was lit. 50 years of hip hop. We honored the DOC, Ice Cube, Dub C, Duro. Shout out to everybody that came out. Mike Jones. It was incredible. Final game came down. Aliens versus the Ghost Ballers.
Man, it was a scrap game. It was a scrap game. You didn't know who was going to win that one. But at the end of the day, I think Aliens got to figure something out, man. It's just not working right now. But you got to go ahead and give it to the Ghost Ballers. They're 2-0. Probably one of the best starts they've had in Big 3 history. Mike Taylor And also Jonathan Simmons is incredible.
Yo, and Chris Johnson probably has the alley-oop dunk of the week.
That dunk was incredible.
Yeah, man. And you know what? I love that ghosts are doing it quietly. They're being ghosts.
One of the loudest teams in the league, with Mike Taylor just single-handedly, is quietly creeping up to be #1.
All right, man. Director of Fireball Operations, the one and only Thomas Scott. You know I can't do this without you, man.
Yes, sir.
Overall, sum up week 2.
Man, it's always fire. And, you know, looking forward to next week in New York. But Dallas shows us a lot of love every time we come here. I can't wait to come back. Man, you saw the support from the hip-hop community, the fans, the Mavericks. Jaden Hardy was here as well. And man,
so many celebrities came out. It was a star-studded afternoon here in Dallas, Texas. And New York, we're coming for you next week. Get your tickets at big3.com/tickets right now. Of course, always making sure that you get your Big 3 information game by game. Director of Big 3 Fireball Operation, my man, Thomas Scott. Thanks, team. Appreciate
yes, sir,
you, man.
Tat.
All right, more all about the Big 3 right after this.